Field travels with my camera, Sunday at 8 on 4.
Aged 11, a bride and a prisoner of her low caste. But by fighting the oppression, Poolan Devi became one of India's most feared outlaws. The TV premiere of one of India's most controversial films, Bandit Queen, Saturday at 10:20 on 4.
Now, who'd watch foreigners play football?
Well, I'm looking sexy, as you can see.
Good evening from Texas Stadium. Now, if you've got a spare $250,000 in your pocket, and quite a few people in this part of the world have, there's only one place to be on a Sunday afternoon in Dallas, and that's your own luxury box at Texas Stadium. This is right above Jerry Jones's luxury box. Looks pretty similar. Fully stocked bar, video wall, barman to serve your food all day long, and room for 30 of your mates. And should you get bored comparing the contents of your stock portfolios, you can even cast an eye over the game. And tonight should be a good one with 2 division titles on the line. The Cowboys, if they win today, despite all the trouble they've had this season, will have their 5th NFC East title in a row. If their opponents, the New England Patriots, win, they'll have their first AFC East title in a decade. The Patriots' Drew Bledsoe leads the league's highest scoring offense, with Terry Glenn, who's closing in on the all-time rookie receiving record, combining with Sean Jefferson at wide receiver, and an extra wide receiver, Big Ben Coates, the tight end. On the ground, running back Curtis Martin is averaging a touchdown a game this year. Bledsoe got a new target to throw to recently with the signing of the versatile Keith Byars. In Dallas, it's a different story. Whether it's through injuries like the one that sidelined Jay Novacek all year, or suspension which kept Michael Irvin out of the first 5 games, the Cowboys aren't as well armed as they used to be. Emmitt Smith playing hurt, Charles Haley's hardly playing at all, and with Leon Lett, the latest Cowboy banned for drugs, Dallas are limping towards the playoffs. The big question today could be whether Dallas's defense, still ranked #1 despite all the absences and injuries, can contain the Patriots offense. And here with us to answer the question is our regular Cowboys correspondent, Drew Pearson. Drew, what about it? It's like you used to say about the Cowboys, how do you cover that many weapons?
Well, they definitely have a lot of weapons, the Patriots, and the Cowboys' defense will definitely be tested. I think the Cowboys' best defense today will be their offense. Normally, teams like to control the ball and keep the Cowboy offense off the field. Hopefully today, the Cowboys can control the ball and keep the New England Patriots offense off the field.
The Cowboys' offense has been struggling, though, hasn't it? And a lot of people have been pointing fingers at Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, the running game has been down, but it's a lot of factors, including the fact that Emmitt Smith is a little beat up. His ankles are a little tender at this point in the season, but the offensive line hasn't been executing like in the past. The play calling has been suspect, so there's a lot of factors to the reasons why the Cowboy offense is down right now.
To go back to the Patriots offense, they've got a lot of weapons, but tell us what you think of Terry Glenn, because Bill Parcells wanted to draft a defensive player this year. He was overruled, and it looked like a good decision.
Yeah, it was a good thing, because Terry Glenn, to me, is the real deal. He wears number 88, the same number I used to wear, so that's going to help him out a little bit. But the guy has tremendous ability. Everybody knows how fast he is. He has blinding speed, but what he really brings is that ability to catch balls over the middle. He's a small guy, but he's a tough guy. He started out slow in training camp, which started him slow beginning of the season, but he's come on real strong.
And quickly, can the Patriots beat the Cowboys here in Dallas, do you think? I mean, the last game we saw them in was the Broncos at home, another big test. They were blown out. For the want of a better anatomical term, do they have the stomach to beat the Cowboys?
Yeah, I think so. The Patriots are a very good football team, and what gives them the stomach, the guts, the intestinal fortitude is their coach, Bill Parcells. He's that kind of coach. He's an old NFC East guy, so he knows how to play this NFC East style ball, and plus he knows how to play the Dallas Cowboys.
And Bill Parcells currently on a 6-game winning streak against the Cowboys, but they roll with the New York Giants. I'm not sure how relevant that is. Here's the game. Dallas won the toss and got the ball first, but they didn't hold it for long. After Michael Irvin picked up a first down with this catch, Dwayne Sabb got through to sack Troy Aikman and forced the Cowboys to punt. On their first drive, the Patriots moved quickly into Dallas territory. Drew Bledsoe hitting Terry Glenn for an early first down. But inside the 5, the Cowboys defense held, and after 3 straight incomplete passes, the last one to Ben Coates, New England had to settle for a field goal to open the scoring. So as we join Marv Albert, Sam Weish and Randy Cross, Dallas are about to start their second possession, trailing 3-0.
Cowboys first down from the 27-yard line. To the offense for the second time, as Aikman's pass is picked off, intercepted by Ty Law. It was intended for Michael Irvin, so Ty Law, who last week picked one off against the New York Jets for his first career touchdown as he ran it in. A guy who's been battling a sprained knee, made his return 2 weeks ago in San Diego, and Law with the intercept to get the ball back for the Patriots.
Well, who wants this one more? You know, Irvin's really been taking the team on his shoulders, especially last week, but look at this. Ty Law kind of out-Michaels Michael.
He doesn't, and really after the interception, it looked like Michael Irvin didn't know what happened. He almost turned and looked to the Patriots sideline as if they were yelling something. Watch his head right here. He just turns like, what's going on?
Well, he's so used to those precise Aikman throws exactly where they're supposed to be.
So the Patriots from the 30-yard line. Martin on a slant, picking up short yardage, stopped by the middle linebacker Fred Strickland with help from Randall Godfrey.
You know, part of the intimidation that the Dallas Cowboys like to portray sometimes works against them. A team comes in here that they haven't seen before from the AFC. They're the world champions. It's a slow start. You're not taking them totally for granted, but you're not quite as intense as you need to be.
Well, the best way to stop a strut is to smack it in the face, and they're doing a pretty good job of smacking right now for New England.
Second down and 7. The swing. Martin gets inside the 25-yard line, still short of the first down by about 4 yards. Darren Smith and Kevin Smith combined to make the tackle.
Sam, how about the pass here? Where's he expecting this ball? Where's Irvin want this ball? Which number?
He wants it all the way to the outside. Those numbers are 12 yards from the sideline. They measure their timing throws from that. He wants it right on the sideline. The ball is really a little behind him.
Yeah, he looks very shocked. It wasn't that he wasn't trying to get it. It's just, hey, it wasn't where Troy usually puts it, on the outside 8.
3rd and 4 at the Dallas 24-yard line. Again, the swing. Byers picks up the first down and runs it out. Randall Godfrey running out Keith Byers, making his first catch of the day. We're talking last night with Byers, who has been trying to tell his younger teammates on the Patriots not to be intimidated by the Dallas Cowboys. In fact, Keith pointed out that he's had great success here at Texas Stadium as a member of the Eagles, as a member of the Dolphins. 7 wins in 9 games.
The important thing for him at fullback, though, Marvin, is he's a little big back. He's not a good lead blocker. They got to try to find a way to make up for that.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Curtis Martin sizing it up, then cutting to his right, met by Casillas and Woodson.
There's a lot of motion by the New England Patriots. Part of that is to try to read the coverage. When the motion goes across, if a defensive quarterback goes with him, many times that indicates man coverage. If he kind of slows up and they just soften a little bit, it sells zone. So there's a reason for all this motion.
I'm surprised he doesn't audible out when he sees all that blitz coming in his face on it.
At least the Patriots have an audible system. Dallas doesn't.
2nd down and 9. Bledsoe for the end zone. The leaping attempt. Ben Coates could not get his hands on it, covered by Darren Woodson.
This is where the term "it's a game of inches" came from, right here. One more stride, full extension, reach out. You're talking about one of the best receiving tight ends in the business right there.
And also one of the best covered safeties, too. I mean, he is right there. Bledsoe would have to put that thing perfectly, and Bledsoe knew he was just trying to squeak it in, and no squeak.
Talking about strong safety, Darren Woodson, a Pro Bowl starter for the 3rd straight year. 3rd and 9. And Bledsoe got it off under pressure, able to rifle it to Byers, but still short of a first down.
Yeah, that Tony Tolbert amazes me. I mean, he really does. You're talking about a guy on 2 arthritic knees. He wears those black knee sleeves to keep his knees warm so, you know, the fluids don't go crazy. And You know, he's got a sack in each of the last 4 games when they've really needed it, and yeah, he's just stepping up. I mean, you don't coach that. That's just the guy's deciding he's not going to take it.
And he did not practice all week because of the knee problems. This a 30-yard attempt by Vinatieri, who earlier hit from 21. So Adam Vinatieri with 2 field goals. And here's Herschel Walker. Oh, he found the opening. Vinatieri is back. Walker inside the 40. It is a foot race. Vinatieri diving to haul him down. Oh,
the kicker ran him down, Marv.
It's a 70-yard kickoff return by Herschel Walker.
Watch Vinatieri at the very end of this, but before he gets there, the key block's up front by the wedge people. Just muscling room for Herschel Walker to find it, and now, actually, Vinatieri doesn't even have the angle on him, Randy.
Closing speed. I've never used the term closing speed with a kicker.
I'm putting him on my fantasy football team tonight.
He's definitely on the defensive stats.
Well, we mentioned earlier that a concern of Bill Parcells. Herschel Walker on the kick return. We saw why, and here's Emmitt Smith trying to get to the outside. Stopped by the free safety, Willie Clay.
Well, there's that lack of acceleration that Emmitt doesn't have with these injuries in the ankles. And, you know, sorry, Marv, but that's lack of missability.
Oh, I see.
I mean, you don't have that missability. You get in the corner here. You know, average backs try to use speed, and Emmitt's got missability and speed.
Emmitt Smith bothered by a sprained right ankle. Comes in 4th in rushing in the NFC, but has certainly had his ups and downs this season. 2nd down and 8. A flag is thrown, and again Emmitt Smith got the call. Stopped by Ted Johnson.
Offsides on the defense. 5 yards. Repeat 2nd down.
Second and 3 down at the 12-yard line. The stutter step by Smith, but has nowhere to go. Stopped in his tracks by the combination of Ted Johnson and Mark Wheeler.
Leading the defensive charge, Sarah Collins, Mark Wheeler.
Michael Irvin, Eric Bjornsson, stopped by Ted Johnson.
It's a quick count, man-to-man coverage. Bjornsson got the angle on Ted Johnson.
Boy, isn't this the area the Cowboys really desperately missed that tight end position? Nobody in the league has suffered more than Barry Switzer's offense without that Jay Novacek type influence in the red zone from the tight end.
You know, you miss a Michael Irvin when he misses the first 5 games, but the guy you really miss for the long haul is that thread in the middle of the field that opens up all the other options, the wide receivers and running backs.
It is 4th and less than a yard as the Cowboys go for it. Quarterback sneak by Aikman, and he has the 1st down.
Quarterback sneak is the call of choice around the league. The more you watch the games, because you don't want any mishandling the ball, but it's also the spot is the crucial thing. Get a big pile up, get any movement at all, you're going to get the 1st down.
Well, especially with the Dallas Cowboys, Sam. I mean, everybody on defense looks at Daryl Johnston and says, go after Daryl Johnston, he'll take you to the ball. And Emmitt says, oh, the heck with a fullback. I don't have to watch him. I'll just follow Donaldson and Big Nate Newton and go behind Larry Allen. I'll get it up front with all those wide derrieres he's got in front of him.
What, are they from Wisconsin?
They
always say from Wisconsin, welcome to our derriere.
If they were wearing white pants, Troy Aikman would think he's at a drive-in movie.
Randy, I'm so sorry that you have to be exposed to sand. His bases are open. As Aikman throws incomplete, throwing to the end zone.
Aikman's pass intended for Daryl Johnston.
Intended for Daryl Johnston. The Dallas Cowboys have won their last 2 over Washington and Arizona after losing to the Giants at the Meadowlands. A devastating loss for the Cowboys. Last Sunday, they just did get by Arizona 10-6 and in Tempe, a game that saw the Cowboys lose 2 fumbles inside the Cardinal 10-yard line. The offense has been sputtering. Smith off the pitch, and he's taken down. Hit from behind, taken for the loss by Ted Johnson.
You know, a week ago, Boomer Esiason, when these Dallas Cowboys played Arizona, got the Dallas defense sleeping a little bit on some quick counts. Here, Dallas tries the same tactic, a quick count. The Patriots are alert, quick contain up. Once you can get them back inside, you can get the rush.
But more importantly, Sam, too, look at the run-through. Talk about having a tendency. Johnson's done his game study. He's studied those films. He sees that formation. He just runs through right now, makes a tackle.
It is a 3rd and goal at the 11. And he's been able to peck it for Johnston. You hear the chant of Moose from this capacity crowd. Jerome Henderson on the stop. So it is a 4th and goal at the 5. And here comes the field goal unit.
How do you explain to your mom, Sam, how you got the nickname Moose? And why everybody in the country screams it when they see you?
Well, the first thing you do is you exaggerate whatever that story's going to be. He's got a local radio show here in town called the Moose Call, promoting his own name, of course.
And this is a 23-yard field goal attempt by Chris Molio. So the Cowboys on the board with 1:20 left.
After the kickoff, Bledsoe went straight back to Terry Glenn as the Patriots finished the quarter on the move again. We'll be back with the second after the break.
If you are determined to cut out smoking, ask your pharmacist. Nicorette. Enjoy life without cigarettes.
Perhaps having Lucretia Borgia for lunch wasn't such a good idea.
A touch of heartburn, Master.
Yes.
If you suffer heartburn or indigestion, one Zantac 75 will prevent the production of further excess acid and go on working beyond your next meal.
So, will Sir be fit for tonight's soiree?
Ah, yes. What's for dinner?
Barbecued sinner.
Zantac 75, devilishly effective against heartburn.
And now the classified results. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1. Millwall 2, Bristol City 2. 5-4, Falkirk 4. And the dividend forecast, good.
Is that you, dear? What result?
So we've won the pools and we're rich beyond our wildest dreams.
Oh, Dougal!
Morag, contain yourself.
Up to £7 million can be won on our special Christmas coupon. Get a result.
You laugh at people.
What if technology was capable of loving? Thomson, the innovator in digital technology, offers you a new relationship with TV and video products. A living relationship with objects that love you. Thomson, from technology to love.
The Indiglo Nightlight. Brilliant watches from Timex.
Cement makes a bunty bunty. Cement makes a bunty bunty. Cement makes a bunty bunty. Oxidol highball Rooney. Cement makes a bunty bunty. Cement makes a bunty bunty. Cement makes a...
Get GoldenEye, Robson and Jerome and Jumanji on video for only $9.99 each.
Track it down at our price.
Welcome back. The Patriots lead the Cowboys 6-3, and they started the second quarter the way they finished the first, moving the ball. Drew Bledsoe used his latest signing, Keith Byers, to good effect. First, Byers picked up 20 yards with some good running after the catch on a screen pass, then picked up another 16 on this play as New England drove inside the Dallas 20 for the third time in 3 possessions. For the third time, they couldn't get it into the end zone.
And it is back to Mark, but he's stopped. Ball may have been knocked free. Cowboys say they have it. Chad Hennings was able to grab the football. Yes, they do. The Dallas Cowboys have recovered the fumble by Curtis Martin.
Dallas couldn't do anything with the turnover, though, thanks to more good defense by New England. Willie McGinnis sacked Aikman, forcing the Cowboys to punt, and the Cowboys defense returned the favor to win the ball back. As we pick it up, Dallas have a 1st and 15 at their own 25 after a penalty.
First half, Patriots 6 and the Cowboys 3. Dallas tries to get Emmitt Smith rolling. So Smith able to get up to the 30-yard line, met by the combination of Willie McGinnis and Ted Johnson. Talking with Barry Switcher Friday after practice, he was telling us that today's game is of such significance to him because with the win, he'd be able to approach next week's finale against the Redskins as a bye. He wants to rest people, and he'd like to sit out some people who are hurt, like Emmitt Smith and Eric Bjornsson, Tony Tolbert. Also, he'd like to play Sherman Williams next week, but needs the win here today. Leaping catch by Irvin, short of the first down, hit by Ty Law.
Ty Law is covering Irving all over the field. They hit that slant for a big 50-yarder last week against Arizona to win the ball game.
And where he puts it is important, Sam. I mean, the guy this big and physical, you don't put it at the numbers, you put it up where he gets his hands on it, just like last week. Aeneas Williams, one of the best cover guys in the league, couldn't bring him down last week, and it resulted in a touchdown.
And even that tackle around the waist, you're right. He's up above everybody else with a catch.
Michael Irvin with his 4th reception of the day, but 2 yards short of a first down. You saw Aikman pull out for the groan from the crowd. Off the swing, Emmitt Smith, though, is able to break tackles. That looked like a busted play. Ty Law on the stop of Smith.
Well, Ray Donaldson gave him that ball, I think, a little bit. Either he gave him the ball early or only 9 guys didn't have the snap count.
I think it was the former. Sometimes that center will pull it up. You see the quarterback's hands weren't ready. Yeah, Troy Aikman wasn't ready. He made something happen, though. Now, this is why Emmitt Smith is such a great runner. Watch right here. Everybody else thinks it's over except him.
But you see the defense? I mean, Mike Jones there, number 96, was coming in kind of almost like half speed, expecting a flag to have been thrown.
Never concede a tackle.
So the first down picked up by the Cowboys. And here's Smith again, this time finding the running room. Willie Clay from free safety to make the tackle.
You know, people make a lot about, you know, where do you run if you're Dallas most of the time? Most of the time, surprisingly, they start at the right side where Eric Williams and Larry Allen are. But the reason Emmitt can break back so well to his left is because Tuanay and Newton back there are great backside run blockers, sealing that backside like that play.
That was a huge pickup on the swing pass to Smith. It was good for 21 yards on the first down. 2nd and 2 now. And now the hold for Smith on the left side. That has a first down inside the 25-yard line. Lawyer Malloy on the tackle. And for the first time today, you have the sense that the Cowboys have something going.
And that big offensive line will wear you down. It's just happening earlier in the game than I'm sure the Patriots wanted it to. But this is just a big offensive line giving Emmitt Smith an opening, just cutting behind. And you're talking about the cutback blocks or the backside blocks, how important they are. They're just as important as the point of attack blocks because the runner is going to bend back half the time.
Well, these guys are like full eclipses. I mean, they envelop defensive guys.
Again, Smith running very well. Malloy on the tackle. Emmitt Smith ramming his way. Now 12 carries, 44 yards, picked up another 8.
Hey, that's what Dallas is talking about. And Emmitt's still down, got some pretty good contact at the end of that play. But watch these guys in the white jerseys. Helmet on helmet. Look at big Nate Newton. Not very good technique on Ted Johnson. But people don't get off those big bodies. When they do get off, they're trying to grab Emmitt with an arm.
Sherman Williams replacing Emmitt and got the call. Stopped by Todd Collins. Sherman Williams, second-year man from Alabama, second-round draft pick last season. And they are short of a first down.
Yeah, they're working, Sam, on that right shoulder of Emmitt Smith. All three of those big plays, he went barreling into the tackler. Watch Lawyer Malloy. He finally gets lower than Emmitt. Right. But watch the right shoulder.
Emmitt Smith attacks the tackler. This is the first time that the tackler got as low as he did, and that resulted in the shoulder.
All right, Aikman now with a third and about 4, going with the 4 wideouts. Off the play fake, in trouble. Can't find anybody and just throws it away. In the area of Billy Davis. But it looked like Aikman wanted to throw it away, and the field goal unit will check in. Chris Bonio will look to tie the game.
Well, Sam, if you're playing the Dallas Cowboys, I'm sure you wouldn't mind seeing Troy Aikman running around and not standing back there with his feet planted trying to throw a pass.
That's not their plan, I can tell you that. To the credit of the Patriots right there, they held their coverage a long time. Sometimes you pull off on your coverage and those completions are made.
36-yard attempt, earlier hit from 23 and gunning for his 24th in a row. It is good.
New England had a chance to restore their lead before the break, but Roger Harper came up with the Cowboys' second takeaway of the game and possibly the easiest interception of his career to keep the score at 6 apiece. All square at half-time, and Drew, I suppose you'd have to say that the best defense in the league got the better of the most prolific offense.
Yeah, I think so. Drew Bledsoe's a little off this first half, and that's helping the Cowboys' defense. But they're mixing up things quite a bit, running it, draw plays, screen passes. But the Cowboys' defense is doing a good job of maintaining.
Patriots defense isn't doing a bad job either. The Cowboys came in having only given up 15 sacks all year, 3 already this half.
Yeah, and that's unusual because the Cowboys are very good as far as protecting Troy. He gets hit a lot but never sacked because he gets rid of that football. But the Cowboy offense is still sputtering. New England's defense is not that good. The Cowboys offense is making them look like all-world.
And it'll be a big worry for the Cowboys if Emmitt Smith doesn't come out for the second half with that shoulder injury.
Yeah, we need to know what the status is there and find out, because Emmitt was getting it going. The Cowboy running game was coming to life. And if that running game can sustain that, then maybe things will open up with the passing game.
Right, we'll be back after the break with the second half here and the first half of this week's highlights.
Will she say, I love it? You shouldn't have. It's just what I wanted. Or will she say, nothing at all? The Diamond Solitaire. This Christmas goes straight for the heart. If you're determined to cut out smoking, ask your pharmacist.
Nicorette. Enjoy life without cigarettes.
If you want to talk man to man,
dial 0891 56 55 54
and make contact with men you'd like to know better. When you call, you can exchange messages with guys online now.
Or perhaps you're just curious to know what people are saying. It's fast. It's friendly.
It's fun.
Whether you're talking or listening.
So call 0891 56 55 54
and make contact with men you'd like to know better. Call now.
It's Christmas, the season of goodwill. So get the Millers in and tune in to the Miller Time Christmas Special, or we'll send the carol singers around.
Since last year, 1 million more customers every week fill up with Esso. But why? Have we introduced a driver pampering program? Or funkier forecourts? Or is it that since starting Price Watch, we've kept Esso fuels at supermarket prices? There's only one way to find out. If you're determined to cut out smoking, ask your pharmacist. Nicorette. Enjoy life without cigarettes.
Get GoldenEye, Robson and Jerome and Jumanji on video for only $9.99 each.
Track it down at our price.
Welcome back. They've got the halftime Christmas show going in Dallas. They've also got some very un-Texas-like Christmas weather too. 6 apiece at halftime between the Cowboys and the Patriots. We're going to look at some of the highlights though from around the rest of the league now, starting with the tight race for the championship in the NFC West. The Panthers hadn't lost a game at home all season, and with the division title getting ever closer, they weren't about to start against Baltimore.
Collins takes a look, rolling out, throws to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown.
Kerry Collins threw 2 touchdowns. The defense had 4 sacks, and that win put the pressure on San Francisco to do the same or concede the championship. They had a difficult game on the road in Pittsburgh, made easier by Andre Hastings' first touch of the game.
Andre Hastings. Hastings fumble. The scramble's on. I think the 49ers got it. Yes.
The Steelers' Willie Williams is a good cornerback. He does a good job of staying with Jerry Rice in the end zone. Not good enough, though. That was 7-0 San Francisco. The defense made it 9-0. Bryant Young getting through to sack Mike Tomczak in the end zone for a safety. And by half-time, the game was effectively over.
Humphrey wide open. There's Terrell Owens, and it's a touchdown, San Francisco.
Last season, the Colts dumped the Chiefs out of the playoffs. This season, neither team's even there yet, but the Colts had Jim Harbaugh back, and he put them up 14-0.
Another deep drive by Harbaugh. It's all day and wide open is Harrison. And he gets in for his second touchdown, 37 yards.
Steve Bono came on for an injured Rich Gannon and pulled the Chiefs back to within 5 points late in the game on this pass to Kimball Anders. With a minute left, Kansas City went for the onside kick. The usually sure-handed Jason Belzer had it and lost it for Indianapolis. The Chiefs recovered for one last shot at the end zone.
This is the play for Kansas City. Thrown over the end zone, incomplete.
Colts hold on and take the edge over Kansas City in the AFC wildcard race. To keep their chances alive, the Raiders had to win away at Denver, the AFC team with everything, including a healthy John Elway back in the team after resting his hamstring.
A bullet, first down, and more. Touchdown, Ron Smith. Wow.
The Broncos led 21-3 in the first half, but Jeff Hostetler brought the Raiders back with a very Elway-like touchdown to Darryl Hobbs. He hurt himself doing it, though, so Billy Joe Hobart had to try to complete the comeback.
Clock running, 1:20. Intercepted! Ray Crockett, Hobart to beat. Hobart makes the tackle, but that'll be too late for Oakland.
Both these teams needed a win to stay alive. The ghost of Jerry Garcia on a comeback tour of NFL Stadium saw Jacksonville take it in the fourth quarter.
Comes the blitz. Brunell going for it all. Smith. Caught it! Somehow he caught it, but great concentration by Smith.
Jimmy Smith's grateful. The Seahawks officially dead. The Bengals, already heading out of contention, were determined to take the Oilers with them. The thin crowd, legless before the game even started, saw Houston throw their chances away.
Picked off by Francis. Plenty of running room. Eddie George gets blocked. No flags. Touchdown.
Well, this could be interesting. The halftime show's not over yet, but the players are already coming out. Second half is about to get underway when they clear this 1,500 or so kids off the field. 6 apiece between the Cowboys and the Patriots. Well, New England couldn't do anything on their first possession, so we pick it up on a welcome sight for Cowboys fans as they start from their own 15.
Well, Emmitt Smith back on the field for this opening third quarter series for the Dallas Cowboys. Took the stinger to the right shoulder, was forced out. Aikman to throw on first down, and he has Irvin. Michael Irvin, covered by Ty Law, 5th catch for Irvin, and a Dallas first down.
Michael Irvin actually went past that 12 to 14-yard range. Right in here is where most defensive backs see the pattern start to break, either the inside or the outside. He goes about 16 to 18 yards deep, breaks to the outside. Ty Law wasn't ready to move on.
Ty Law also fell down. Remember, you have the sleet and the wet conditions, and it's cold, so John Dockery talked about the shoes and the cleats. We've seen a little bit of it there.
Yes, and the sleet is falling once again. Emmitt Smith with a short pickup, met by the middle linebacker Ted Johnson. And there it is, right through the opening in the roof.
All the money down here, you'd think they'd have finished it.
Oh, you sound like a player now, boy. The only people getting sleeted on right here are the players. The fans are covered up.
I detect some bad feelings from those days with the 49ers and coming here to Dallas.
Nothing but bad experiences for me when I was playing here at Texas Stadium.
Second down and 10 from the 29. And Aikman's pass was slightly off the mark, intended for the tight end Eric Bjornsson, but a flag is down. Sab on the coverage of Bjornsson, who's playing with those 2 injured ankles, and the call against New England.
Bjornsson may have pushed
holding.
off.
Number 95 to the defense. 5 yards. Automatic first down.
The automatic first down moves the ball out to the 34-yard line.
Well, there's Sab working right there on Bjornsson.
Oh, he's got him too.
Got a hold of him.
That would be more than just a push-off.
And to this point, it has been a blank for both tight ends. Bjornsson has not caught a pass. Either has Coates. Jay Novacek, a key guy missing right throughout in this Dallas attack. Darrell Johnston with the catch. That's his 3rd, taken down by Otis Smith, but short of the first down.
Well, Otis does not get the better part of this one, and look at what happens here. Darrell Johnston's concentrating on the ball. He's concentrating on the catch. Smith on the tackle. I got him. I guess I got him. I think he got me.
Well, it's 242 pounds of I didn't see you coming, I'll say that.
Otis Smith has worked his way into the starting lineup in front of Ricky Reynolds, who's bothered by an ankle problem. Here's Smith. A couple of yards short of the first down. Again, Ted Johnson makes the stop.
And Randy, here's what they were doing in the first half. Running between the tackles with Emmitt Smith, just using those big offensive linemen, creating just enough of a crease to get him through the line. Without him, we wouldn't see it, but he's back there. I've noticed one thing on the earlier run. He doesn't lower his shoulders quite like he did. He's just probably painting a little bit from that shoulder.
3rd and about a yard. Smith has the first down.
See, him was a little bit more upright that time. Earlier in the game, he was lowering his shoulders and exploding into the tacklers.
Well, if you remember back a couple years ago, this guy had a bad shoulder, had to play in the last game of the year against the Giants in Giant Stadium. People said, oh, he can't play hard against them. He could barely carry the ball in his hand without being hit on it. This is a tough running back, and what he does smart when those shoulders are hurting, watch him at the end of the runs. He keeps both hands on the ball.
And Deion Sanders has split out for the first time. Split to the right side. And Aikman looking in that direction. We were told that Dion would not be in the game plan offensively because of the bad back. Might see some action in several plays. Well, this the first time he's been on the offensive side of the ball.
Notice that Otis Smith is sitting way outside of him, looking back inside. Dion said he might go out there just to loosen up, and if he's on that sideline too long, to keep that back loose, just to run off and run down the field, but he was the primary receiver.
Hey, but you have a bad back and you want to run a drive-off pattern like that, and you slip like that, that's got to hurt your back.
And you saw got off to the good start as a receiver, but very quiet in recent weeks. 2nd down and 10 for Dallas. And again, Aikman comes up incomplete, intended for Bjornsson, who was covered by Sapp. Let's check in with John Dockery downstairs. John?
Thank you, Marv. A couple of things. I talked to Bill Parcells after the half, during the half, and he said expects a lot more from special teams. He's very disappointed the way they played, especially the Herschel Walker run back. I talked to Barry Switzer. He said offense, same problem all season long, no consistency, especially in the red zone.
All right, thank you, John. 6-6 game with 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 9th play of the drive for the Cowboys. And Aikman with the sideline pattern. Kevin Williams has the first down and more. Covered by Otis Smith. It's a 14-yard advance.
And we're going to see more and more blitzing, trying to force them to throw quick. But they showed the blitz and didn't come, allowing a deep down the field pattern to develop like this. You know, when the corners know the blitz is on, they can cover tighter because there's not going to be that much time that they have to cover. The ball's got to go. But in this case, there was plenty of time for that pattern to develop.
And you're blitzing Troy Aikman, and he's able to stand back there, plant his feet, and make his throw.
First down at the New England 36-yard line in the hole for Emmitt Smith. And it was very tough to bring down. Law and Clay finally did the job.
You know, that completion just a moment ago, just prior to that, saw on the sideline that Bill Parcells was very upset, listening over the headset with what was being said, as if he heard a coverage call that he didn't want at that time. And then, of course, they make the big play.
And on that last big run, Sam, we talked about it already, that the cutback block, a great job by Mark Tuinei again. Watch Dallas. They're going to blast it inside, and the big blocks are backside.
Another Dallas first down at the New England 26. 11th play of this drive. Smith, and this time cut down from behind by Ted Johnson, got him behind the line of scrimmage. Ted Johnson, a second-year man out of Colorado, second-round pick a year ago, leads the Patriots in tackles.
Hey, Ted Johnson again, remember, watch the tapes, see the formation, run through. And when you run through, there's nobody to pick you up like that. They're allowing for you on the outside, not on the inside of a play.
We thought they were going to blitz a lot more in this half. That is the equivalent of a run blitz. When you see it, you're coming up on their side of the ball.
2nd and 10. Aikman with a bullet intended for Smith, who was pulled down by Johnson, and the crowd looking for interference calls.
Well, you know, actually our umpire double clutched. He double clutched on the flag right there. You know, Scott Dawson's our umpire, and he looked like he wanted to go to the pocket. Watch the umpire, middle of the screen. You'll see Emmitt circle out, get matched up on Johnson. Contact, contact. Almost went for the flag. That's good defense.
I thought for a long time, Randy, that umpire ought to be on the offensive side of the ball.
It's Emmitt Smith. Smith right to the marker, stopped by Jerome Henderson. And short of the first down. So 4th and about a yard coming up.
The Patriots had a 3-man line, 3 defensive linemen. They hit it right up the middle, hoping to make enough yardage. But this marks now the 3rd time that the Cowboys have had to go for the field goal down in here. They came into this game almost even up when they got into the red zone, field goals and touchdowns, and now they're going for another one.
And a 35-yard attempt by Chris Bonio, who hit his first two, looking for the lead. Curtis Martin with a very short pickup. Fred Strickland, Roderick Thomas combined to make the stop.
They're spreading him out a lot. The blitz is happening, trying to show the blitz.
Robert Thomas combining for the stop. Second down and 8 to ball for the Cowboys.
Bledsoe's pass picked off on the deflection. Darren Woodson inside the 5. Through the hands of Ben Coates and intercepted by Woodson, his 4th interception of the season.
Yeah, Sam, we talked about they haven't gone to Coates much. Watch here, it's a little high to Coates, just right through the fingertips. That's the ball that should have been caught.
Well, it's the 3rd time they've gone to him off his fingertips, twice in the end zone in the first half.
Second time Bledsoe has been picked off, 12 on the season. The Cowboys, 1st and goal, down at the 4. Irvin is split wide to the right. Emmitt Smith.
Randy, right now is when you find out if they really believe they're not going to be intimidated. This is what you call adversity during the ball game right here, and on the road having to handle it.
And this is exactly why, you know, you're in this situation with your defense. Your all-pro tight end should have had that one. Woodson gets this interception, and, you know, absolutely right here. You know, we had questions about the defense. They played well so far for New England. Talk about a challenge.
Second and goal at the 3. Smith could not pick his way, and he's hit back for a loss.
This one could work as well for New England if they hold him here on 3rd down as anything, because this defense has gone out there and made a statement.
Yeah, watch what happens here too, Sam. We've been talking about the cutback, and there's a big gap on the backside, the left side of the New England defense. There's nowhere to go. Everybody onside stuffs it. There's nowhere to cut back.
Bill Parcells likes that. I can tell you from the sideline, when you watch that unfold, as long as that runner's still standing up, you're not sure. But when he's polished off like that, big time.
3rd and goal at the 6. 5 minutes left in the 3rd. Hickman throwing. So the New England Patriots delighted to hold off the Dallas Cowboys, which means another field goal attempt for Chris Bonio.
Well, that's a win for Bill Parcells' team. He might give up a field goal, but he knows right there that is huge.
And after Chris Bonio kicked his 4th field goal of the game to give Dallas a 6-point lead, there was another huge play in the offing. New England took the kickoff and started driving downfield with their favorite combination, Bledsoe to Glenn. And facing 4th and 1 at the Dallas 48-yard line, Bill Parcells decided to go for it.
And Bledsoe's pass dropped. Coates could not hang on.
After Parcells' gamble failed, Dallas took over at their own 48, moved straight into New England's half on this Michael Irvin catch as the 3rd quarter wound down. And they'll have the ball to start the 4th when we come back.
Every time you play the game, it's still the challenge. Is the same challenge that was there my rookie year. There's a guy on the other side that's trying to beat me and a quarterback. So, I mean, it's not, you know, it's still tough, it's still hard football.
The new Philly-Shave Reflex Action adapts perfectly to the contours of your face in a 3-dimensional way. The new Philly-Shave Reflex Action. Closer contact for a closer shave. Phillips, let's make things better.
Next time you play the new smaller Game Boy Pocket, please be careful what you're doing.
With a Pentium processor inside your PC and the CD-ROM launch, you can see amazing concerts and interviews from great new bands. And since it's a connected CD-ROM, it'll hook straight into a related website through your computer's internet link. So you can actually go online and send emails to bands you've just seen playing. The Intel Pentium processor. It's the business.
Quello che vuole, basta che firmi.
If you want to talk man-to-man,
Dial 0891 56 55 54
and make contact with men you'd like to know better.
Since last year, 1 million more customers every week fill up with Esso. But why? Have we introduced a driver pampering program? Or funkier forecourts? Or is it that since starting Price Watch, we've kept Esso fuels at supermarket prices? There's only one way to find out.
The time's come for Ian to retire, so the traditional clock seemed appropriate. Like many retiring folk, he's planning to go abroad. But unlike most, he's off to ride the Aussie surf. As if he hadn't made enough waves here.
Before we go back to the game, a reminder that it's the second week of our Super Bowl competition. Your chance to fly to New Orleans in the final week of January '97, regardless of whether or not the Cowboys make it back there, armed with 2 tickets for the Superdome and a map of the French Quarter. Weekly prizes include the official Super Bowl 31 football, along with all the usual goodies. Our Hall of Fame subject on Blitz this week was the late NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle, the man who helped create the Super Bowl. What we want to know is the name of his successor. 0891 444 444, as always, is the number to call, and here are your options. And don't hold me to this, but I think you can rule out C. It's the fourth quarter at Texas Stadium. The Cowboys lead the Patriots 12-6, and they've driven down inside the New England 10-yard line.
Second down and 2 at the 8-yard line as this fourth quarter gets underway. Williams, well, he put the head down, try to ram through. We'll have to see where they mark it. It looks like he's short of the first down.
He's going to be a foot or two short. He was trying to sort of do an Emmett and stretch it and then blast into a hole he saw. And the hole was there when he was 5 yards away, but it wasn't there by the time he got to it.
Patriots blitzing, very aggressive on defense again. Willie Clay was coming hard, but he was coming from the wrong side.
Pad levels and penetration here. How often do you mention that to your offensive and defensive players in the red zone and short yardage, Sam?
Apparently not enough.
All right, third and short. Aikman with the time, and it is intercepted in the end zone.
Ty Law with his second of the game to keep the Patriots within 6. We pick it up after an exchange of punts now with New England, who've been losing the battle for field position at their own 29.
And that illustrates the point. It is a first and 10 at the 29-yard line. Martin works his way across the 35, just shy of a first down. Broderick Thomas made the tackle. We have just under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's the Cowboys 12, the Patriots 6.
At this point, it's been the Patriots defense versus the Cowboys, and the offense now in the fourth quarter has to come in here and try to win this football game for us.
Well, how often does that happen? You go into the game and you got two offenses, one struggling, one great. You go, man, it's an offensive battle, and you look up with, you know, about 10 minutes to go in a game, and it's 12-6.
Second and less than a yard. Martin. And Curtis Martin has the first down, covered up by Broderick Thomas.
You see, the game plan now has been, for a large part of this game, to spread out the Dallas Cowboys with wide receivers and backs and tight ends spreading out, not lining up in their traditional position, and then running the ball. They're pitching it outside, running it up the middle. Dion, as you can see right here, you can see that wrap around his back all the way around to try to give him support for this game.
Woodson's a pretty good safety, a Pro Bowler, but he's not much of an equipment man.
First down at the 40-yard line. Off the delay, Bledsoe throwing off the back foot complete. Terry Glenn fielding that blue pass from Bledsoe. Kevin Smith on the coverage. It's a 30-yard pass play.
A very short list of quarterbacks with enough arm to have those sort of mechanics, you would say, Sam, to complete that pass.
Yeah, well, that is what you call a recovery throw right there. When I was playing with the Washington Redskins, Sonny Jurgensen used to practice throws off balance because it happens in the ball game sometimes just like that. And if you got a guy like Terry Glenn on the other side, he can make your pass look good.
And wasn't it George Keane the other day saying he's so impressed with Bledsoe that he can do that throw downfield off the back foot? And Glenn on the reception, that's his 7th catch of the game.
He throws this with only 1 foot anywhere near the ground. He made a token fake, so he didn't see the blitz coming until the last minute, and he turns around and lets it fly.
Hey, it's a lot of faith in your guy, too, Sam. I mean, he knows Glenn's down there. Defender Woodson's got his back turned. He says, hey, my guy will come down with it.
2nd and 6. Again, a sideline pattern, but short of the first down. Glenn had no room to operate. He was met by Godfrey and Smith.
I think that was a miscue. Bledsoe was looking downfield. Terry Glenn made a quick out move, about a 7-yard out pattern. He was wide open for the entire time that Bledsoe had the ball, and he finally came to him as a last resort.
Well, this a drive that started back at the 10-yard line. It is now a 3rd down and 3. At the Dallas 24.
Marv, normally you'd say in this situation with Coates on a roll, go to Coates, but he hasn't done anything today.
No receptions for Ben Coates. Off the roll, completed to Byers, but short of the first down. The ball may have come loose, but it's covered up. Darren Smith and Kevin Smith combined to make the stop, and so Bill Parcells is faced with a 4th and 2.
I don't think he even blinks. He goes for it on 4th down here. Trailing by 6 points. 4th quarter. 6.5 minutes to go, and he likes to go for it on 4th down anyway.
Yeah, awful lot of time though, Sam. No left in this ball game. 6.5 minutes or so, and your defense is on a roll.
You may be right. He blinks, but he's still going for it.
4th down and 2. Bledsoe's pass is broken up. Intended for Coates, who was covered aggressively by Hopper.
Well, that's what you live with as a coach. You know, you make a tough decision. There are going to be a lot of people that would argue one way or the other, field goal or go for the first down. And you can see that the official is getting an earful because Bill thought there was interference.
Well, I tell you what, you came out in that same formation you did on 4th and 1 earlier. Look at that. You're sort of spread out to the right side of the screen. You're not thinking run on a short one. You're thinking pass. There's Coates. A little climbage on the back, I would say, but I don't know if that's enough contact and serious contact by Harper to warrant a flag.
Well, the side judge, Mike Bourgard, hearing it from Bill Parcells just a moment ago. The Cowboys take over. Emmitt Smith runs it out to the 30-yard line. Todd Collins on the stop. Here's the reaction of Parcells off that pass that was broken up.
Yeah, I don't think he was asking that official what his favorite color was.
Not there, but I'll tell you what his next reaction is he's saying to that defense, okay, guys, you've done it all day. It has never been more important than right now.
5.5 remaining. In the fourth quarter, the Cowboys have a 2nd and 3 at the 30. They now have George Hegeman at left tackle for Mark Tuanay. Hegeman and Williams at the tackles, Newton and Allen at the guards. Donaldson is the center. Here's Smith. Stopped by Johnson, short of the first down.
You know, Sam, from the Dallas standpoint, guys, I mean, if you're Dallas here, you've got 4 Pro Bowl offensive linemen, and there's 5 minutes left in the game now. You get first downs, and you don't give the Patriots a chance to get the ball back. I mean, it speaks volumes that they haven't run the ball well this year. I'm surprised they got 4 Pro Bowl linemen, but if you got them, you better take advantage of it.
It is a 3rd and 1. We're told that Tuanay has ice on the